We're going to continue and talk about roots and leaves. This is the basic structure of a root. We have a root cap, root meristem, zone of elongation, and zone of maturation. The root epidermis is the outer portion of the root. The root doesn't have a cuticle like leaves and stems do. It's porous. There are usually many root hairs. Water will enter through the membranes of the cells or through the spaces between the cells. The cortex layer is made of parenchyma cells. Sugars are linked to make starch for food storage, and the endodermis, which is the inner portion of the root, separates the cortex from the vascular cylinder. The vascular cylinder is made up of the Casparian strip and the pericycle. The Casparian strip is around the endodermis and controls water movement. The pericycle is the layer of parenchyma cells inside the epidermis. Branch roots can come from here. There's the endodermis with Casparian strips, which are in black, and the blue indicates the pericycle. The vascular system contains phloem for moving sugars and xylem for moving water and dissolved minerals coming up from the soil. And here's a comparison of a cross-section of a dicot root and a monocot root. Unlike the monocot stem, the vascular system of a monocot root is not scattered but found in rings. Leaves trap energy from sunlight and CO2 to make food, and when you talk about feeding your plants, it's not really true. The plant produces its own food. With fertilizer, you're providing minerals needed for plant functions. Gas exchange occurs through the stomata. The leaves transport sugars, and the leaves have a waxy cuticle. Transpiration from the leaves is how waters and nutrients move from the roots to the top of the plant. Transpiration is the release of water from the leaves. It acts like a giant straw. As water vapor escapes through the stomata, it can have a cooling effect. The epidermis is the outer layer of tissues. Just like stems, the cuticle is the outer layer of the epidermis. This can help reduce water loss on leaves, stems, and fruit. The amount of cutin or wax increases with light intensity. Leaf hairs are part of the epidermis. The palisade layer contains parenchyma cells filled with chloroplasts for photosynthesis to occur. Chloroplasts are the photosynthetic structures in leaves and other green tissues. They contain chlorophyll, which is a plant pigment that captures light and begins the transformation of that energy into sugar. We will be getting much more in depth with photosynthesis. The vascular bundle contains xylem and phloem and are part of the leaf veins. The spongy mesophyll are also parenchyma tissues that are loosely arranged, and this helps oxygen and carbon dioxide move throughout the leaf. It can also contain some chloroplasts. The stomata are natural openings in leaves and herbaceous stems that allow for gas exchange, and the gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. Guard cells are there to protect excessive water loss. They're kidney-shaped and open and close the stomata. Stomata are generally found on the underside of a leaf. Here are the structures of the leaf. The epidermis, which has a cuticle to conserve water. The vascular bundle transports water and sugar from stems and roots, and photosynthesis occurs within the chloroplast, mainly found in the palisade layer. Here we have the guard cells on the right. They're swollen and open, on the left. They're swollen and open so carbon dioxide can enter and water vapor and oxygen can leave. On the right we have shrunken guard cells, and they're closed to conserve water loss. Stoma is the singular of stomata. During photosynthesis, CO2 diffuses in and oxygen diffuses out. When the stomata are closed, often at night or when it's humid out, it keeps gases from diffusing and out of the leaves. And here is just a little graphic of water vapor leaving the leaf through the stoma.